we can run the table. I really do.
Giants looking for a stop. They're going to air it out. Rodgers does this better than anybody. End zone. Cobb. Touchdown. Unbelievable. This to send the Packers into the NFC Championship game. It is good. The Packers are moving on. Aaron Rodgers has done it again.
Grossi Posse Packer Nation, welcome to another episode of Packcast, the podcast where you don't have to be a Packers fan, but it sure does help. I'm your host, Tom Grossi, and boom, what's this, a surprise Friday episode? I thought it was Saturday for a second. Friday episode of Packcast, yeah, because we got big news. We got big news coming in, and that is Davante Adams has just signed a 4-year, $58 million extension with the Packers. And I think we can all breathe a sigh of relief. If there was any good silver linings to come out of this season, one, it's the fact that we hashtag paid Tay, and the second thing is hopefully Dom Capers will be fired on Monday. But this is fantastic. He has super duper earned it. He's getting $18 million to sign, $32 million in the first 2 years of this contract. He has just exploded these past 2 seasons. Looking at his stats, in 2016, 997 yards, almost a 1,000-yard receiver, 12 touchdowns. And then this year, without Aaron Rodgers, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, obviously a favorite of Brett Hundley. He was able to shine through. And so even after his 2014 and 15 seasons, where I remember, myself included, people were calling for this guy to be cut. He was a waste of a second-round pick. He couldn't catch the ball. He had drop problems. But Davante definitely has earned it in the past 2 seasons, and the guy is just going to get even better. He's had a pair of nasty concussions this year. He probably won't play on Sunday, but I'm very, very happy that this guy got re-signed because he is immensely talented, and he has a lot more football left in him. However, this does lead to the other conversation of Randall Cobb and Jordy Nelson, 2 receivers that do have an out for 2018, and they could be released. They could be cut from their contracts. They're both free agents in 2019. However, they both have an out. Randall Cobb, if they cut him, that'd be about $3.25 million in dead money. If they cut Jordy Nelson, that'd be about $2.3 million in dead money. If they both kept them for 2018-19, Cobb would cost $9.5 million and Jordy would cost $10.25 million. So there's no way that they're going to be able to play, and this was alluded to during the Vikings game by the announcers, that there's no way they're going to be able to play $30 million for 3 receivers to be on this team. And so a lot of people have been speculating. We started talking about it on this show of which receiver is going to get cut. Now, I want to take a look real quick at Cobb and Nelson's stats, and then I'm going to ask you, who do you think needs to be cut? I do have an opinion I'll share momentarily. Randall Cobb in 2016, because we went for the past 2 years with Davante Adams, we might as well go back with these 2 guys. 2016 for Cobb, 610 yards, 4 touchdowns. 2017 this year, 608 yards, 3 touchdowns. Very unimpressive numbers. Nelson last year, amazing season. It was his comeback season after missing all of 2015 with his ACL tear. 2016 put over 1,200 yards, 1,257 yards, and 14 touchdowns. Was a ghost this season after Aaron Rodgers went down, only 482 yards and 6 touchdowns. So there's a couple things here. One, from what I've been seeing, a lot of people are calling for Nelson to be cut. He does have the higher contract. He has $10.25 million to be paid out to him. But that being said, if it was up to me, sitting here on my GM chair, I cut Randall Cobb. And the reason being is, one, we have another Randall Cobb and Ty Montgomery. In that, Ty Montgomery, I don't think he's going to be the starting running back next season, considering we have amazing playing from Williams, we have amazing playing from Jones. So I don't see him in that starting role. I see Ty Montgomery taking the spot of a Randall Cobb, being the slot guy, being a receiver, what he was essentially meant to do before we converted him into being a running back. And I see Ty Montgomery taking over that role very well. But in 2 years, and obviously this year is a little bit of a fluke, but even last year, he barely had over 600 yards. He's had a total of 7 touchdowns in 2 seasons. I can't justify paying Randall Cobb $9.5 million. And this pains me. I have his jersey upstairs, but if it's up to me, I think Randall Cobb needs to get cut. In that, I think we have replacements and substitutes for him. I love the guy to death, but I think this is the end of the road if we have to cut one of them. Jordy Nelson, while he was a ghost after Aaron Rodgers left this season, after he got injured, he was amazing in the beginning of the season. Rodgers and Nelson have a connection that's amazing. There's over-the-shoulder throws, the sideline catches. I think that Jordy fulfills his contract. He goes out. Maybe he takes a pay cut, but I see him finishing out his contract in Green Bay. But after 2019, I don't think there's any more Jordy Nelson. But I would not be surprised if Randall Cobb did get cut from the Green Bay Packers. That would be my decision because, again, we have the replacements there. I don't see a replacement for Jordy Nelson. Obviously, Davante Adams has taken the role of the number one receiver with or without Rodgers, but I think Nelson still has a lot of value to be added to this team. But that's where I want to pass it on to you. These are going to be some tough times to be made. You know, maybe we'll be cutting capers. Maybe we'll be cutting Jordy Nelson. Maybe we'll be cutting Randall Cobb. I just want to get Jordy another ring, man. He deserves it. I really, really do. I want to keep him so bad. I love Jordy Nelson. I have a soft spot for him. But let me know what you think. Who should we cut? Should we not cut any of them? Which I think is not going to happen because, well, I got to give props to Ted Thompson for re-signing the guys that needed to be signed. He did it for Nick Perry. He did it for Davante Adams. I don't see this guy keeping all three of them, and one of them is going to have to go. But I'm curious to see what your take is on it. Let me know. I'm curious. You can always find me at TomGrossiComedy.com, TomGrossi Comedy, or at Tom Grossi Comedy on the Twitters. Check out Packcast, Packast, which is this podcast. We do at least 2 episodes a week. Every Thursday, we interview fans from the opposing teams. We have an amazing Lions fan interview on this channel, so check that out. We're on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, and Google Play Music. So check it out, and we do predictions every week, which was actually put up today. But thank you so much for watching. This is exciting news. This is good stuff. Let's start to see some movement in shakers. Who knows? Maybe even Clay Matthews is going to be cut. I'm curious what you think about that, too. We'll talk about it. I'm Tom Grossi. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, payday and go Pack Go.